Welcome to the meeting room at Global TV Talk Show, a broadcast service of globalbusinessnews.net.
This episode from the meeting room of Global TV Talk Show is brought to you by
The Bridge School, the accredited international online private school of choice, at bridgek12.org.
Porch Light Rental and Destination Services. Reduce your renter lump sum or managed relocation costs. Visit them at porchlightrental.com.
And by airs.com. With our full range of services, we can help design and manage your international relocation. Find us at airs.com.
Primestone Partners, featuring corporate, government, and developer housing solutions, as well as senior-level advisory services. Find them at primestonepartners.com.
And by International Auto Source. We are the vehicle experts for expats, featuring all major brands of automobiles with flexible solutions and financing. On the web at intlauto.com.
Become a global player in your field.
Cross Culture to Go provides virtual support for your global business and career success.
We can help you thrive in 140 plus countries and markets.
On the web at crossculturetogo.com.
You're on Global FotoTalk on Global TV Talk Show. This is a new series, a weekly series that will stretch out across the year, showing photos that I've taken or that I really like that someone else took. And we discuss the meaning of it. You know, what is the meaning of this photo? It could be nothing, or it could be something fun. And meanwhile, we try to find just beautiful or striking images. And I invite you out there to join Global Photo Talk with me on live TV and recorded TV as we go forward. So contact me, use email publisher@globalbusiness.media. And here we go with Photo Talk. And today is June 10th. So here's a photo that I took some time ago. This is San Diego Bay on a summer late afternoon, early evening. See the sun going down. And we're out walking in Seaport Village, downtown San Diego, and saw this image, and I said, wow, that is beautiful. Of course, on first glance, it looks like, wow, is that like the burning bush from biblical times? Or it's just a wiry tree that's on its last legs along the bay, and I just captured that perfectly. What do you think? Tell me. So here's an image that I shot, and this was in Croatia. This is a few years ago. We were there for a conference, and of course this is time off. And this is sunset approaching, really, I don't know what time it was, but it was summertime, and it was really hot. And as you could see, the sun reflecting on the water across the bay there, and how it's streaming right towards that woman standing on the rocks looking at it. And it's fascinating, isn't it? It's sort of like beam me up. So here we are. This is not a fake picture. This was live at one time. This is in Venice, Italy, along one of the canals. Not a grand canal, but just one of the larger ones with a lot of boat traffic. And here we have a family out for a ride or paddle or something. And that's not a scarecrow in black there with the white hair. That's the mother, I guess. And the little girl, and I guess dad in the background being the gondolier. And you see the other kids in the front and the doggy. Isn't that amazing? I thought that was a cool picture. So here we go. Okay. Hope you can see that clearly. It's about slideshows, and especially if you're selling something or explaining. Thank you, Producer Paul, for enlarging that. So you could see it goes clockwise from introduction. So in other words, you're going to talk about what you're going to do. And then the number 2 is describing the team. And number 3, well, why are you doing this? What's the problem? And how are you going to solve it, right? Advantages of watching this, and the solutions, then more about the product, and then having a dialogue, that's called traction, and then redefining your market and what's the competition and what kind of business and what's it cost if you're going to charge anything, and more. So anyway, this is the analysis of how to properly plan a slideshow. Fascinating. So, okay, so in San Diego on Coronado Island, it's a tradition on Christmas morning for everyone in the hood to go to the beach. And so this is Christmas now, so it looks like it could be 100 degrees out there, right? But it was a cool day. But some people went in the water, surfers, including this lady who was playing Santa.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you a timely announcement.
Hi, I'm Sergei Gorbatov.
I'm Angela Lane.
Together we're researchers, writers and practitioners in the field of human resources.
And we've also been multi-country, multi-assignment career expats.
We owe our professional development and growth to a very large extent to the international assignment opportunities that we have had.
But in a world where distributed work may become the norm, we also want to understand what will happen to the nature, duration, and purpose of international assignments.
Together with our colleague, Julian Dalzell from the University of South Carolina, we're undertaking a study on the future of expatriation.
And we'd value your contribution. You can participate in this important study by completing a simple 10-minute questionnaire.
Access the questionnaire by typing in your browser tinyurl.com/expert study. That's tinyurl.com/expert study. You can also find the link here on Ed's website next to this video.
Thank you for joining us in this study. In return for your contribution, we'll provide you with a copy of our research.
And of course, you'll be invited to an exclusive webinar hosted by Ed, where we will share our findings right here on Global Business News.
And so please go to tinyurl.com/expat study. Take the survey so that we can better understand the future of expatriation.
Something that's really neat is that the Bridge School partners with various organizations to provide learning for their students. For example, we partner with a major ballet company, and we are able to enroll several of their students into our school. So now not only is the student able to participate in a school and have a seamless transition while they're very active in their ballet career, but now they have other dancers that are with them that are doing some of the same courses. So it's almost becoming a camaraderie where they're taking similar courses, they're working together on their ballet, and really being able to form this great partnership with these organizations to provide a needed service. A lot of times there are student athletes who will spend hours and hours at the gym or at the basketball courts, wherever it is. And if they're attending a traditional school, they're in school from 8 to 3. They get a quick snack, and then they're at the gym for 3 to 4 hours in the evening. Coming to us and having that partnership, they're able to break that up throughout the day. They can have a morning practice, get some schooling in, have an afternoon practice, finish their schooling in the evening. So there's that flexibility. And additionally, if there are tournaments or performances, it's fantastic because if there's a week where they have shows straight through, they can take that week off of learning and then pick back up when they're done. So it offers this great flexibility. And for the program owners of these sports leagues, it is a win-win situation for them because they see this need. They see this need that their students need to make sure that they are obtaining the grades necessary to be successful adults in our country and in other countries. But it provides them an environment where they can be successful at both.
So this is one of my favorite pictures. Okay, so it looks like a painting, doesn't it? But it actually was taken with my Galaxy Android, and it wasn't a close-up. We were that close. So we were sitting having a lunch, a picnic lunch on the Imperial Beach Pier, and right at the end of the pier, there's a restaurant called Tin Fish. And so we were eating fish and chips or something, and the birds began circling, looking for scraps, and all that. So this guy, the seagull, came over and was just sitting with his wings folded. Couldn't see the wings. It was just a seagull. So, by the way, the seagull, we named him Bugsy. So Bugsy Seagull. So here we were, finished with lunch, and there were hardly any scraps at all. So this guy got ready to take off, and I happened to snap it just when he was raising his wings before he lifted off. Isn't that amazing? Okay, hungry? So these are pelicans out in the ocean off San Diego. We were out on a boat one day, and I guess there were fish near the surface of the ocean, and these guys, these pelicans, were swooping around. And there's one we got just when he was splashing down, diving for that fish. So this picture was taken a few years ago. We were in France, where I produced a conference in Paris, and then we took a few days off and went south into an area called the Loire Valley. That's Loire, which is sort of in the southwest of Paris, and it's quite famous for wine country. And it's quite rural also, hardly any cities at all. Well, here was a chain link fence, bridge, crossing over one of the parts of the river, and it was really early morning. We were out for a walk, and I used a zoom lens on this, and there it was. It's pretty, huh? Well, here we are back in Coronado, San Diego, and this is an image of the famous Navy SEALs in training. And as you could see, they're going out towards that ship, that destroyer out there. But first they had to brave the surf, and they're going into these mountainous waves, and they're about to get crashed. Okay, so part of the training is surviving something like this. Fascinating, isn't it? Navy SEALs. Looks like a school bus. Well, in fact, it is. It's the Coronado Surfing Company. They give lessons to tourists as well as residents on how to surf. Now, most of the time, the waves were not like the picture you just saw. They're 2 or 3 foot rollers, as they call them. Anyway, these guys are really good, very professional. So our friend and customer, Andrew Elliman, is in the mobility business, and he's the European head of business development for AGS worldwide, and very successful for a number of years. But he's also an adventurer. He has climbed Mount Everest with a team and survived an earthquake they had on the way down. It's amazing. Anyway, and he has been on our talk shows and video about the training it took to climb and survive Mount Everest, and how the training applies to business training. And he's part of a charity as well. And one of the new expeditions, you can see Stranger Expeditions, that's his side hustle. He's going to swim the English Channel this coming September. So today is June 10, and he's going to swim the English Channel coming up in September. But you know what? Andy did not know how to swim at all. So he decided he's going to learn. Now, here's a 50-year-old guy, okay? He decided he's going to learn how to swim for the first time and then go swim the English Channel, which is really an amazing task. Never mind the chore and the longevity of that campaign, but fighting off nausea, fighting off stuff in the water, keeping going. So he has been approved by the authorities to swim the English Channel this coming September. And because of all that, and the image of doing that, and the chore, and the challenge, and the charitable aspects, we've nominated Andrew Elliman to be one of the communicators of the year because of that effort. So congratulations on that. And Global TV Talk Show is going to be producing Communicator of the Year Awards on September 1st, 2021. It'll be a live broadcast, and you'll meet Andy Elliman and others. So here we are back on the Imperial Beach Pier, south of San Diego. We call it the IB. Locals call it the IB Pier, not Imperial Beach. Anyway, this is a pelican. Isn't that amazing? And he's out for a walk, getting to, I guess, take off. I don't remember. Or maybe he's just showing off, like bravado, like he's a bully. I think it's a he. Maybe it's a she. Next. Okay, so this is part of an advertisement for a bar. And the bar is called Fathom, and it's located on San Diego's Shelter Island in San Diego Bay. And it's part of a fishing dock. And the restaurant, Fathom, is just a fish shanty, and they serve beer, of course. And it's right there on the pier out in the bay. And so this is part of their advertisement out on the street. And it's cute. Well, let's go. Travel again. You ready? So up in Big Bear Resort, Big Bear Mountain in Southern California, it's 100 miles east of LA, and up 7,000 feet, the top of the mountain. Big Bear Lake is about 7,000 feet and surrounded by peaks that go up to 9,000 and 10,000. So that's Louis, and he welcomes you to Big Bear. lake. And this was, of course, during a snowstorm this past winter. Oh, and there's Joanne. We were throwing snowballs. Oh, there's our front porch, as you can see. Sometimes it snows. Well, let's go to Hawaii. And so this was a scene that I happened to capture some time ago. And I think it's cool. What do you think? All right, well, there's my grandson. That's James. And he was about 7.5 at the time. And he and I and my other grandson were playing hockey, field hockey, shooting in a tennis ball with a stick, of course. And this is in James's backyard. All right, well, here's another nautical scene. And good advice, right? Don't drink and dive. Actually, this is a painting on a stairwell of the waterfront grill in Pacific Beach here in San Diego. Isn't that cool? And that's today's Global Photo Talk on Global TV. Thank you for being our guest today. And come on the show. Bring your photos. Contact me anytime using email, publisher@globalbusiness.media. Ciao.
Thank you for joining us in the meeting room at Global TV Talk Show.
Have a wonderful day, and stay safe.